Welcome to Sply24, an online platform for wholesale sales. Today we will see how to set up your own company workspace on a platform and start selling in just 20 minutes. I'm currently on the Sply24 website. The first thing we need to do is create an account. I click the Sign Up button, and now I'm on the registration form. Here I enter my first and last name, add my email address, and click Next. On this screen, we need to choose a subscription plan. We can see that the system offers 3 subscription plans, and one of them includes a free trial. I'll choose the plan with the free trial. We'll keep the Use Free Trial checkbox enabled. Next, I need to enter the company name. This will be the subdomain where your company will be available online. This means the name should not contain spaces or special characters that are not allowed in web addresses. I'll enter my demo company and click Check. The system checks whether this address is available. We can see that the name is available. So my company will be accessible online at this address. Now I click Next. Here we need to enter the company's display name. Then we need to enter the email address. I'll use the same email address that I entered in the previous step. Next, we need to fill in the address, city, and postal code. Then I'll choose the country and currency. Now I click Register. We can see the message, "Thank you for registering. Please check your email." The system has sent an email with a company activation link. I'll go to my email inbox. Here we can see that we received an email from Sply24. It says that the company My Demo Company has been successfully created. To complete the registration, we need to follow the link. I click Activate. And now we are redirected to the main page of the My Demo Company application. Now I'll click Log Out and show you what the login page looks like. We can see that the login page is divided into 2 sections. One section shows information about the company that the buyer is going to access. We need to configure this information. Let's log into the system again. I enter my email address and click Get Code. Now I'll go back to my email inbox. Here we can see that we received an email with a verification code. I'll copy the code and return to the login page. I enter the code and click Log In. Okay, we are back in the system. First, let's check our subscription. Here we can see the current subscription that we selected during registration. We can also see the dates, the start date and the end date. We can click the 3-dot menu to see which actions are available. Great! Now let's go to the company settings. Here we need to fill in the title and description, phone number, and other fields. I click Edit and fill in this information. I've added the title and description, and now I click Save. Now let's go back to the login page and refresh it. As we can see, the company information section has changed. The title and description are now displayed. Now let's update this block where the company logo should appear. I'll go back to the settings and click Edit. Here is the button for uploading the logo. I'll upload the logo now and click Save. As we can see, the logo has been applied successfully. Let's check how the login page looks now. We refresh the page, and we can see that the logo has been added successfully. Okay, let's continue the setup with legal pages. These are public pages on the seller portal. Buyers can open these pages before they place an order. This helps make your portal more transparent and professional. They define the rules between the seller and the buyer. For example, you can explain your sales terms, privacy rules, delivery rules, and refund rules. I open the Legal Pages section. Right now, we can see that there are no pages here. I click Create Page. The creation form is now open. Please pay attention to the Page Type dropdown. This dropdown controls where the page will be shown on the public portal. The platform supports 4 types of legal pages. You do not need to create all of them at once, but it is useful to prepare them before inviting buyers. Terms of sales, privacy, shipping policy, and return refunds. I will choose Terms of Sales. Next, I enter the page title. To save time, I will use example content. In a real company portal, this text should be prepared carefully. I will open the Sply24 portal. Then I will copy content from the Terms of Service page. This is only for this demo. You should use content that belongs to your own company. It should match your country, your business model, and your agreement with buyers. I paste the copied text into the content field. I also enable the Publish checkbox. This lets us see the changes right away. Great, the first legal page has been created. Let's refresh the public page. And now we can see a new terms item in the menu. Now let's create one more legal page. This time I choose the privacy page type. The process is the same as before. Again, I go back to the Sply24 portal. I copy the content from the portal page. Then I return to the form and paste the text. Now I enter the title. And I enable the Publish checkbox right away. Now I click Save. Let's refresh the page again. We can see that a new privacy item appeared in the header. So now buyers can open both the Terms page and the Privacy page. In this way, you can cover important legal information. You can explain the rules between the seller and the buyer. You can describe your shipping policy. You can also add your own business terms. That is all for the legal pages. Now let's continue the portal setup. We will move to the Contacts section. This page helps buyers understand how to contact your company. This is also a public page. Here, you should add your contact email, phone number, and other details. I will go to the company settings. Then I will copy the email and phone number from there. Now I paste them into the Contacts page. You can also enter different contact details if needed. You can add one or more offices. Add as many locations as your company needs. I click Add Location. Here, we need to enter the office name. We also need to add the phone number. And we need to enter the local address. If you need more offices, click Add Location again. Okay, now let's configure the working hours. Now I click Save. Let's refresh the public page. Now we can see a new contacts item in the site header. Let's open this page. Here we can see the information we just configured. We can see the contact details, office information, and working hours. That is all for contacts and legal pages. These are public pages for your buyers. Now we will open the Payment Methods section. Here, you configure the payment methods available to buyers. You can support online payments, offline payments, or both. The portal includes detailed help for payment setup. It explains how to configure offline and online payment methods. Offline methods are useful when you accept cash, bank transfers, or payment after invoice. There is also a separate video on this channel. I will leave links to those videos in the description. Today we will create 2 offline payment methods. I click Add Method. The creation form is now open. Here we need to enter the method name. Then we need to choose the payment type. I will choose cash. I will leave due days set to 0. This means the buyer should pay without a delay. Due days means the payment delay. I will also fill in the public note field. This note will be shown to the buyer during checkout. Now I click Save. We can see a new verification window. The system requires an additional identity check here. Payment settings are sensitive, so the platform protects this action. So it sent a verification code to my email. I copy the code. Then I paste it into the verification field. Great, the first payment method has been created. Now let's create another one. This time I will choose bank account as the type. This method can be used for bank transfer payments. I have filled in the main bank details. The buyer will need these details to make the payment. For example, this can include the bank name, account number, and payment instructions. Of course, you should enter your own bank details here. I set the payment delay to 20 days. Now I click Save. The system did not ask for a verification code again. One verification was enough for this session. This makes the next setup step faster while still keeping the account protected. Okay, that part is finished. Now let's set up categories, tags, and products. In the account area, there are 3 separate tabs: categories, tags, and products. But all of them can be filled through product import. Here we can see the import tutorial tab. Here you can download the import file template. There is also a table with all available fields. And there is a separate description for every column. It explains what each column is used for. I already have a prepared CSV file with products. This file contains about 20,000 unique products. It includes columns like name, description, and SKU. It also includes base price, stock, and physical characteristics. For example, some products may have size, weight, material, or other technical data. There is a column for minimum order quantity. There is also an Is Active column. And there are columns for categories and tags. Please note that tags are separated by semicolons. This lets you assign several tags to one product in the same row. Now I click Import, and I upload the file. The system starts processing the file in the background. The import has started. We can see a message that it started just now. Let's wait a little. Great, the import has completed successfully. Now the product catalog is available inside the seller account. The tags were also created automatically. Here we can see them in the Tags section. The categories were created automatically as well. This happened because the category data was included in the import file. Now let's make the categories more hierarchical. The system supports nested categories. I want to move furniture under office supplies. To do this, I click Edit next to Furniture. Then I choose Office Supplies as the parent category. Done. Now Furniture is located under Office Supplies. This makes the category tree cleaner. Okay, let's do the same for Tools and Hardware. I click Edit, and I choose the parent category. Done. Now the categories are more organized and compact. A compact category tree is easier for buyers to use. We made these changes for the product filter. The same structure will be visible when buyers filter the catalog. Let's open the product section. And let's see how the category filter looks now. We can see that the categories have a nested structure. We can also see tags in the filter. Tags give buyers another way to find the products they need. Okay, the product setup is finished. Now let's move to price rules. Price rules are variable prices. They let you create prices that are different from the base product price. This is one of the key features of the system. It lets you configure discounts very flexibly. You can create different pricing conditions for different buyer groups. The website has a detailed guide about price rules. It explains how to configure them, and it explains how the rules work. There is also a video on this topic on the channel. I will attach the link in the description. Now we open Price Rules. Here we need to set the level. The level is a required field in this form. We also need to enter the rule name. I will call it Season Stock. For the discount, I will enter 10%. For the minimum product quantity, I will enter 25 units. For the total order amount, I will enter 5,000. Now I add a description. I also enable the Apply to Products checkbox. This means the rule will be applied to products automatically. Now I click Save. The level must be at least 1. Let's fix that. Now I set the level to 1. And click Save again. We need to wait a little. The system is applying this rule to all products. This can take a little time when the catalog is large. Let's go back to products and check the result. I open the table settings. Then I hide a few columns from the table. This makes it easier to compare the important price columns. Like this, now we can see the base price. And next to it, we can see the new price. The new price is calculated from the rule we created. This is the price we just created. It includes the 10% discount. Good, the product pricing setup is finished. There is only one final setup step left. This is the landing page. The landing page presents the seller company. It is the first page buyers may see when they open your portal. As we can see, the page has 2 parts. The builder is on the left. This is where we edit the page content. And the preview is on the right. This lets us see the result before publishing. First, let's enter the basic page data. I will not publish it yet. I do not want unfinished content to appear on the site too early. So for now, I click Save. Now let's add the main content sections. The platform supports a hero section, categories, products, and a text section with an image. Let's start with the hero section. I keep the order value as 0. This makes the hero block appear first. Now I enter the section title. Then I add a short description. Then I add description text, image, and image alternative text. I choose image direction to the right. The system supports left, right, and center positions. Now I click Save. The hero section is added. We can immediately see it in the preview. For a better view, I'll collapse the side menu. I also want to add Action button to Hero section. So I click on Hero section. I enable Show Login button checkbox. Next, I add the button text. Save and see that the button immediately appears in the preview. Now let's create the category section. I click Add Section and choose Categories. This block shows product categories on the public page. Here I enter the section title. So I click Save. And we can see that the Categories section has been created. Now we need to fill it with content. The Categories section is made of blocks. A block is an element on the page. It includes an image, alternative text, and a sort order. Remember that the images you upload should be optimized for the web. Now I click Add Block. I add an image and click Save. We can see that the block has appeared inside the Categories section. Now I will add 3 more blocks and come back to you. We can also change the display order of the blocks in the section. I simply drag them with the mouse. Their order changes immediately. Look at the preview on the right. This is how the blocks will appear on the landing page. The next block is a text section with an image. I click Add Section again. Then I select Text with Image. Here I add a title, description, and image. It is useful for company information, delivery notes, or wholesale conditions. I fill all text fields. Then I add an image and write alternative text. And now I choose image position to the left. Now I save the changes. The page already has several blocks. Next, let's add the product section. This block shows selected products from the catalog. I choose the product section type. Then enter a title and select the products. This can be popular products, featured items, or seasonal stock. After saving, it appears in the preview. Now the products are visible on the landing page. We have the hero section, categories, products, and a text section. Everything is arranged in a clean structure. The landing page is ready for buyers. I enable publishing for the page. The page has been published. Let's open the public page and check the result. Here we see the page as buyers will see it. The company information is visible. The catalog sections are visible. Products and categories are also displayed. This is how you create a public landing page for your wholesale company. You can present your business and guide buyers to the catalog. With this step, the basic setup in Sply24 is complete. Your private B2B wholesale portal is now ready for buyers. You can improve the catalog, prices, payment methods, and public pages at any time. That is all for this setup video. Thank you for watching.